What is up, YouTube? Man, let me tell you, I'm hyped today, boy. It's your boy, Jacob, back. We're bringing a whole new series to this. I understand what you're thinking. Everything on this channel is new. I get that. But this is going to be a whole series. So, get hype. You know what I'm saying? So, before we dive into this any further, I'm going to need y'all to take that mouse or your finger, whatever you are using, and go down there and hit that subscribe button. And then swoop up. It's just to the left. Swoop up, hit that like button, then swoop back up and hit play again. Alright, that's what I need y'all to do. Can you do that? Thank you. I'll give you a second. Alright, now, here we are. New series. This series is going to be all about conspiracy theories. That's right, conspiracy theories. And the first one we got today, couldn't have picked a better one to start off with. We're going to be talking about the hollow moon. So, I know what you're thinking. What's the hollow moon? Well, hopefully you're not thinking that, because it's exactly what it sounds like it is. It's a hollow freaking moon. So, maybe a better question that you're asking is, why would you think the moon is hollow? So, before I directly answer that question, I'm going to get into a little bit of the people that started this whole thing. In 1970, two Soviet authors wrote an article titled, "Is the Moon a Creation of Alien Intelligence?" Why would they think such a thing? They have a pretty good reason, to be honest. They have this idea, this hypothesis, in more sophisticated terms, that the moon is hollow or has a hull for the simple fact that when meteors create the lunar craters, so when meteors strike the moon, you know, boom, the impressions that it leaves on the crust, on the surface of the moon, should actually go deeper than what it actually does. They all shouldn't be relatively the same size. So, I know that's a really far-fetched one, but it would almost make sense. If there is something stopping a meteor, they're all going to go the same distance, you know. They're all going to go the same depth before they hit that wall, you know. So, it's not necessarily as far-fetched as it sounds. But I know what you're thinking. How do they know? How can you prove that? That was back in 1970, you know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of mystery behind it. But if there wasn't, this wouldn't be a conspiracy theory, huh? I didn't think so. So, we're going to move on to the next point. So the next point on our list here is the fact. Listen to that word very carefully. F-A-C-T, fact. Is the fact that the moon rings like a bell. So if anybody doesn't know what a seismograph is, I'm going to put one picture of one, I will say right here. That's a seismograph. What that does is that measures, on Earth, it measures earthquakes. So, you're never going to guess what it measures on the moon. That's right, moonquakes. So, seismographs describe and record the moonquakes. And in a moonquake, the moon constantly rings like a bell, as if hollow or metallic. Not Metallica, damn editors, metallic over here. That, by the way, that also comes from NASA themselves. They said that the moon rang like a bell. Except for that was when Apollo 12 crashed into the moon, into the surface of the moon. NASA stated that the moon rang like a bell for an hour. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't out here hitting rocks very much. But I know anytime I've thrown a rock, I don't hear a bell ringing. I can tell you that much. So usually that only comes from metal. But who am I, right? I'm just some kid in, BFE, Ohio, right? But I personally, I don't know. I think it's a really cool thing to believe because it's one of those things where, like, I can't tell you for sure that it is, but you sure shit can't tell me that it isn't. You know what I mean? So it all comes around to what you believe. And if you don't believe it, that's cool. If you do believe it, that's cool. I'm in that boat. I believe it. I think it's a crazy idea, concept, and that's kind of what I'm all about as a person. Crazy ideas, concepts that you wouldn't normally imagine. So that's really cool to me. But the question is what do you guys think? Is the moon just the moon? Or is the moon a creation of alien intelligence? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time on the next episode of Wild Conspiracy Theories.